All right, number 10. In the equation above, a, b, c, and d are constants. If the equation has roots -1, -3, and 5, which I'll find is a factor of ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Okay, so this is our equation. So this whole thing equal to 0. A, B, C, and D are constant, means they each represent certain number. Okay, so we don't know what those numbers are, but they represent some numbers. And this equation has a root of -1, -3, and 5, which I'll find is a factor. Okay, so for this question, is actually yeah, it will be really difficult to try to solve for A, B, C, and D, and we don't have to. Okay, so for this question, what to recognize is this. So they're telling us the roots, right? So the roots and the factors, they are related. So what happens is if we have -1 as a root, then the roots, okay, is the same as a solution. Okay. It's also the same as a 0. Sometimes it says we have some zeros, right? And graphically speaking, it's also the same as the x-intercept. Okay, so pretty much what it means is that these numbers, when x equal to -1, -3, and 5, that will make the y value equal to 0. Okay, so these are the roots of zeros, the solution, or the x-intercept. Okay, in the factor form, what happens is the factor form is like in the parentheses, right? If you factor a quadratic equation, you get like parentheses. And in the factor form will be the number, but we make it opposite. So if you have -1 as a root, then as a factor, it will be x plus 1. Okay, so it's -1 as a root, as a factor is x plus 1, because if we have in the factor form to solve for x, we have to set it equal to 0 and solve, right? So x plus 1 equals 0, we get x equal to -1. Okay, so that's why we write it as a factor form will always be the same number but opposite sign. So we x plus 1. Similarly, we know -3 is a factor, so that means, or -3 is a solution, then as a factor it will be x plus 3. Okay. 5 is the root here. As a factor form, it will be x minus 5. And that should equal to 0. Okay, so these are the factors, right? Okay, so we know either x plus 1, x plus 3, or x minus 5, right? Either one of the three could work. Those are all factors. So which one works? If we look through the answer choices, that only one that matches one of them had to be letter B, which is x plus 1. Okay, so then that should be our final answer here for number 10. So you just want to keep in mind, right? So we go with the roots, the solution, zeros. For the x-intercept, we can put it in the factor form and the sign will change, right? So a positive make it a minus, it's a negative make it a plus. Okay, yeah.